How we doing, guys? Myself, Preddie OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real talk, true season. Now, I know a lot of man them not going to be feeling this, so if you're not going to be feeling this right now, it's best for you to turn over. But right now, let's keep it real. Some of you man them are pencil man them, yeah? Pencil man them where you can just rub man out. You know what they normally say? If you can't draw a picture, then stain on someone else's. You man are not permanent, yeah? You man are washed up like 60 t-shirts. You know the ones there when you keep putting in the wash and it's just faded. You're faded now. You're big man, 32, I'm just saying it straight. If you're big man and you're over the age of 30, bruv, and you're still sitting down at your mum's yard, you're still hanging around with 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, smoking weed, talking about, I got my drillers, and you've got like 10 grand or 15 grand or even 20 grand in a shoebox, you're washed up. You're a rubber, you're pencil, you need to rub them man out right now. Let's keep it real. For all these man them, you're pencil man them. Call them pencil man them when you see them. Because they're not permanent. How can you still have that mindset? You've got to think to yourself, you've been in the game for 16 years. 15 years. What? Man ain't bust now. Man ain't done Tommy Militella. Guess what? You're not good at the job, fam. You're not good at it. Go and do something different. It's not working for you. I don't understand how man them are getting ratings for things that you got caught for. That don't make no sense. When I was growing up and doing my dirt, you got ratings for things that you did get away with. Oh my days. Man done the move and got away, tear. Man them are driving cars, crashing into police cars, reversing up, arm response and all the rest of it. And I guarantee you them man are going to get ratings. Oh, them man are hard though. You see the way the policeman had to break up the window, them man still wasn't getting out. But you man got caught. Whoever that driver was, you're a dead driver, fam. You're not a great driver. No more driving for you. Because when I was growing up, that's what happened. If you couldn't drive, don't drive no more. If you couldn't shot, you're not a shot. You don't get ratings for being caught. So you man are still running up and down, been in and out of prison. You know, I was there 7 or 6 times. Man's a rider, man do bird, man do bang up. But hold on a minute. If you're still saying that at the age of 30, bruv, man still do bang up, where's your head at? Man's still talking about, man's got Balenciagas though. But that's what a 14, 16-year-old wants. He wants Balenciagas. Shouldn't you be thinking about investment? Shouldn't you be thinking about houses? Shouldn't you be thinking about mortgage? Shouldn't you be thinking about life and babies and holidays and trips? Shouldn't your mind be there? Why is your mind still sitting down at your brethren's house playing Call of Duty? Sitting down at your brethren's yard playing FIFA? But you're a big grown man. And you got a little youth man running around to you. Oh, shut up, fam. And everyone's busting joke like you're not grown. Like you man are hanging around with him. He's a grown ass man. What are you doing, bruv? That's kind of like, do you know what? I don't even want to take it to there, but that's kind of pee. Why are you running around with look on man them? I'm going to schools and I see these little 14-year-olds and I couldn't even feel like I could hang around with them and talk and jam on the block like and wah wah and rare, man's a violator. And you're trying to go on like you're the gangster. But hold on a minute, gangster. Let's talk about this as well. Hold on a minute, gangster. It's funny how everybody's a bad man. You're a bad man. Someone's after you. Someone tries to clap you down. Someone tries to kill you. Furthermore, you come back to the ends, yo, need one of the youngers still. You get one of the youngers to come and ride out to lick out the strap for you. But hold on a minute. Did that guy try and lick off the 14-year-old's head or did he try and lick off your head? So why don't you bust the gun, big man? That's what some of you kids need to start saying. I know you want the stripes. I know you want the rep. I know you're looking at him thinking, raw, like he's putting me on. No, tell him, you bust the strap, big man. Yeah? You think you're bad? Man tried to lace your skin. You lace him skin. You gonna bust the strap. Furthermore, when you kids are talking about, yeah, man's holding the food for my older, like, oh, trust me, man's putting me on wherever. Tell him to hold the food in his yard. You hold the food, big man. You want to be gangster. You hold it in your yard. Oh, because you know the responsibilities. Oh, you know the consequences. Oh, what you talk about, oh, that's the way it goes, isn't it? Rare. Okay, if that's the way it goes, how comes none of you, man, are setting pace then and saying, all right, if that's the way it goes, then you, man, ain't bad, man. Because when I was growing up, bad man done his thing. Bad man was such a bad man, you didn't even know that my man did it. It was speculation. Raw, like, I think it was them man and raw, I think it was that man and raw, like everyone's getting clarification and everyone's getting clout for things that they're doing. That's not a bad man. That's you being dumb, brother. Now you're in prison sitting down for it. So I don't understand how a lot of you man them are still getting credit on the roads. Come off the roads. I've done told you already, come off the roads. The roads has got to be something that you look at now and be like, rah, like, I need to come off the road. Some men, oh, but man can't come off the road. Man been doing it too long and rare. Let's talk about that. Some of you, man, are so out of the system that you're not in the system. Do you know how much that does for you, man, them? You might keep thinking that you're going to be shot forever. One day, what about if you want to get a mortgage? One day, what about if you want to actually do something in your life? What happens if one day you want to even get a job? Let's just do the basics. What happens if one day you were like, you know what? I'm coming off the road and I'm going to go and get myself a job. Now, mind you, most of these roles, man, I don't need to sign on, rare. So you haven't signed on, you haven't been working for the last 10 years. So when you go and get that job, they're going to be like, where have you been between this time and this time? You haven't been signing on, you haven't been getting no money, where have you been? So these are the kind of things that you need to start thinking about long term. It's all great when you're getting it now. What about when you get older? What about your pension? What about your kids? What about life insurance? What about savings? What, no one thinking about that? No? Oh, let's get it in, let's get it in. What about if something happens to you? Wouldn't you want money to be put down so maybe you can have that operation? Maybe you can be able to live a certain life. Or what happens if you get crippled and who's going to be looking after you? These are the kind of things you're not thinking about. What about your funeral? Yeah, let's take it there. What about your funeral? Who's paying for that? You men are running around living life, but no one's thinking about the end goal. Think about the end goal. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy the journey, but think about the end goal. It's like everyone's so much living for today, man's a bad man. It's not going to be there forever. Trainers don't last forever. Gucci don't last forever, but you know what lasts forever? Stability. You know what lasts forever? Wealth. You know what lasts forever? Health. Making sure you're pushing down that healthy understanding to your kids, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, but none of us are seeming going to be even having that life. Why? Because man want to rep the roles. Why? Because man feel like this is the life that you have to do. You don't have to do that. Like I said, there's so many ways that you can change your life tomorrow. If you really want it. I don't want to hear no one say, oh, but if you really want it, but you can change your life tomorrow. You can really, even if you think, oh, but man got beef in the ends and man's got, if you really want to change your life, you can change it tomorrow. Go and live in the next area. Move out. Do whatever. I know it seems harsh and I know it seems rash, but if you really want to change your life, you would do that. You would do that. Your heart will tell you, bruv, allow it, man. And a lot of our hearts are telling us allow it, but you just don't feel like you know where to turn and know where to talk to. There's people that you can talk to. There's platforms and there's youth fields and youth organisations and charities, people to talk to. Sometimes we just need to talk. Whether it's just talking to counsellor, don't always feel like you have to talk to your friends. Don't feel like you always have to talk to your family because they're only going to give you one opinion, which is their opinion. You need to talk to sometimes outside people that don't even know you, that's not going to judge you, that's not going to look at you and feel like you're moist and why are you talking like that? You need to talk to someone that's going to be able to just be liberal and say, what do you want in life? What do you want to do? And how do we make that transition of getting there? That's it. It shouldn't be no isms and schisms about my mum and my life and this person and that person. It should be, what do you want? And how do we make steps to get there? Please, man, I'm not just coming at you just for the sake of coming at you. I'm coming at you because I'm saying we're all getting older now. Like life is moving on. Man ain't agile as we used to be. Man ain't moving like we used to be. Man fell over the other day, my knee's still hurting. Man ain't bouncing back like we used to. Let's start setting things in process. Let's start setting things in mode. We've got too many people dying day after day, day after day, day after day. Mums are burying their children. We should be burying them. Come on, man, rise up. For the real ones that know what I'm talking about, let's get it. For the ones that don't care and feel like I'm just chatting rubbish, that's fine, big man. Like your time and transition will come soon, and I hope it comes soon. I really do. Because everybody's going to have their testimony. Everybody's going to have their time. Maybe it's not your time yet. Maybe you don't feel like you're ready to come off the road. Maybe you don't feel like, I don't care. I love what I do. Cool. But everybody's going to have their time. Everybody's going to have their transition. There's always going to be a moment that makes you sit there and be like, rah, like, I don't want it no more. Whatever that moment is. But I hope it's a positive moment. I hope that you lot guys prosper. Because I know that every single person within our area, within our community, are so educated. They're so gifted. So driven when you want to be, when you're driving things in the right way. So I'm just trying to say, live that life, be prosperous, and I know that you guys can live a dream that you want to live. Don't let no one tell you no different. You're not the label you are. You're not just your area. You're not just your ends. But you already know.